All right, welcome, boys and ghouls.
And welcome everybody. This is the live draft for the one and only Rockin Roosters tournament. And man, oh man, this is like Frank has said in the past. This is up there with one of the most important tournaments that we do in season or postseason for the whole UUC. Man.
Yeah, you want to remind everybody what the significance of this particular tournament is, because I realize that we're not in an actual season yet.
Yeah. So the the significance of this tournament is that the winner of the single elimination 16-man bracket gets a title shot of their choosing in season 4 of the UUC, which means the winner of this could challenge one of three guys, at least for now. I guess if a title changed hand and they hadn't used their shot, I'm not sure how we're gonna do it because first season that we did this was in the postseason last season, and Starzo won and challenged Skull right in the first event of the season. So I'm not sure if that's what we're gonna see again. I have a feeling we might because the winner I feel like wants to just get that shot. But the three champions we have right now in MMA is Blessive. I think that would be the biggest favorite to potentially for somebody to challenge because everyone wants that MMA title. You got the Muay Thai champion is Ant. To be honest with you, Frank, I don't think anyone's challenging Ant with this shot. Like I think
There's
that's
maybe one person I think that might pick that.
Yeah, it's definitely possible, but that's high risk, high reward. Going up against Ant and Muay Thai. That's definitely a tough one. But I have a feeling that somebody might go after the BKB championship potentially and face Lickba because a lot of people think that's an easy fight. But I mean, he was what 4-0 in BKB last season, so he's the champ for a reason.
Yeah, BKB it's an enticing little bitch, man, because it seems so easy because it's just like right there. You typically don't need a lot of title wins, or you typically don't need a lot of wins to get a title shot. But man, we've seen some great men, greater than myself, go in there and just get fucked up, man, in the process.
Yeah.
You being one of them, you know what I'm saying? Like we've just seen it just takes a special something that not everybody has.
Oh yeah, I've struggled in BKB competition like every season that I've competed in it, and it's different. Muay Thai and BKB and the MMA rule sets are just so different from one another. In MMA you can mitigate damage depending on your play style, but in BKB it's pure damage. And sometimes you're just getting lit up and you haven't been rocked and you haven't been hurt and you just get put to sleep out of nowhere. And we've seen some flash KOs really quickly in BKB. We've seen wars, like you said. It's a different, it's a different style, and it does suit a guy like Lickma.
It definitely does. It's historically favored. The only one I consider like a technician that's had success at it has been Himoth, and that just seemed to really kind of be, for whatever reason, he kind of figured out a groove with it where you can be technical. But everybody else we've seen has just been a maniac that's had the belt.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Guys like Starzo and Glob Squad, just
Hamslinger.
going in there, Hamslinger just going crazy. And so it's an interesting division. I could definitely see somebody challenging for that, but yeah, this is going to be very interesting because this bracket, we don't know how it lays yet. I'm sure there's going to be favorites and underdogs, but it's stacked. I mean, you're talking about just looking at the list right here with Rely is, just been killing it in the postseason, and he came into season 4 pretty late. So the
Season
success
three.
he had, or yeah, sorry, season 3. So the success he had late in season 3, getting to big opportunities very quickly. I mean, he's grown a lot since then, and if he can keep it up and keep adding on to his style, he could be a real problem. You got somebody like Adix, who I think only competed twice with us uh, in season 3, but in the postseason has looked nothing short of amazing. And then you got, the former Rockin' Roosters, the only Rockin' Rooster tournament winner in Starzo. But
Right.
that was I'm pretty sure that was an 8-man bracket. This is a 16-man bracket, so he's gonna have to step his game up.
Yeah,
And then
it,
you
it definitely
got
was an 8-man bracket last time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. But now we have so many guys now, we can fill out 16-man brackets every week.
Yeah,
So,
honestly, yeah, without even really stressing it, we couldn't buy a 16-man bracket for the longest time.
no. And this tournament actually has two backup signups. So, if you do want to potentially be a replacement, I would still go sign up in the Rockin' Roosters channel. But man, you look down this list, Job, who is coming off of the title loss at the season finale, against Blessive, and a very close competitive fight as well. So,
I
so
actually,
many good guys.
I didn't even realize Job had signed up when I was initially writing down these names. I was in my brain a minute ago thinking like, man, I wonder why Job didn't sign up, and then you just told me that he did. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
okay, it makes sense.
yeah. I mean, Natan in there, big problem. We saw him
Yeah,
in the semis of the Blood Gods, and then you got Himoth, you got Yusuf, who's just amazing in this kind of tournament bracket format, and probably has the best tournament win we've ever seen, to be honest, and the best tournament run we've ever seen with the SCI last season.
yeah, he's. I mean, you got to think he's probably the favorite just because he's historically so good in tournaments. And another thing, Pimp, is that we don't have the two big bad wolves that just went to the finals in the last tournament because
Nope.
they don't qualify for this. Or I'm sorry, Hamslinger did. He just didn't sign up. So Hamslinger and
Yeah.
Blessive that were the two that just fought in the finale of the Blood Gods tournament. Neither one of them are here. So like, dude, this to say this is wide open is an understatement.
Right. And the Blood Gods is different too from the Rockin' Roosters, because the Blood Gods is, everyone's kind of going for broke. They're going for war, and it's in Pride rules. This is an MMA, so it's a different round format.
Right.
And uh, once again, guys, I will say this is like the SCI and the Blood Gods. You can reuse the same character in tournament matches.
Yep.
But it's just going to depend on if you get that same weight class. So you got to get lucky in a sense. But
Yeah.
so many great killers, even the Sandman guy, Himoth. I mean, you're talking about
Yeah. This
multiple former
yeah,
champions.
it gets real interesting when you see like, hey, if you need somebody like him off potentially to knock out somebody like Youssef. You know what I mean? I think that he would be the guy
Yeah,
to potentially do everyone
to
a
do
favor and
that.
get him out of there. But hell, what happens if Himoth gets knocked out by a Tommy knee in the first round? You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
doesn't it don't end up like that, you know. So there's a lot of different ways that this break could go.
yeah. It is. This might end up being one of the best tournaments we've ever seen. And then you got your underdogs in there too. You got Sea God, you got Leafy and Habibi and Big Guy and Thugatron. But I wouldn't put it past them to be able to get it done. I mean, on the right night, we've seen it. You
Yeah,
can find that groove and get the job done. So as long as they level up to that point, they can do it. And one guy that really stands out here that I think is a big dark horse that people aren't thinking about is the number 6 guy. This guy can grapple, man.
he's very good.
He is a pretty solid grappler, and his striking is just getting better day by day. So, if he makes the right adjustments, I would not be shocked at all if he won this tournament.
No, no, not even a little bit. Yeah, it gets real interesting. He might be another one that might be able to hang with Youssef in the grappling.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. That would be a very interesting fight. And I guess with all that being said, there's not much else I can think of. I guess we're about ready to start spinning this wheel
Yeah,
and seeing what we're gonna do.
you want to explain to everybody how this is going to go down, right? Because we're going to do a number seating. Uh,
Yeah, it's a number seeding. It's not based off of anything other than what you get in the wheel. So the first spin is the number 1 seed. So the number 1 seed is gonna fight the number 16 seed. So the last drawing will fight the number 1 seed. So basically, we're gonna go from number 1, and then the number 2 drawing, he's gonna fight the number 15 drawing. So we're gonna have to kind of go throughout this bracket, and we're gonna slowly see who gets who.
yeah, and I have up on my screen. Hopefully it's showing up.
Yeah, I see it
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah, so we're gonna go from the spin screen, we're gonna add them and you guys can kind of see how the numbers correlate. So we're not it's not gonna be the first two names are gonna be the ones that fight each other. It's not gonna work like that at all. So just for
Yeah.
clarity.
Yeah, because when I did do the SCI, that is how I did it. It was the first guy fought the second name I drew, so it's gonna be backwards from that today.
All right, and drum roll, please. You guys ready for this?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah, yeah. I have no idea who's spinning what. Let's do it.
All
there he
right,
is, the man of the hour.
first
Too
spin.
sweet to be sour.
Oh,
See
okay.
God.
Sea God is gonna take the number one. Very interesting. It looked like we almost landed on Yusuf. I was gonna be like, that's crazy. The SCI winner. So Sea God gets the number one.
Yeah, you know what? I always said his biggest opponent's himself and not showing up.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Oh,
Oh
that was
man,
tight.
it went right to Job at the last second.
Yeah, it did. So Job is gonna go down here where you see Frank pointed in. He's gonna go at the bottom here.
Oh man, he's going to be a beast to deal with. He already called a shot. If he wins, he's going after Lickma. Actually, a
Oh,
lot of people are going after Lickma.
Seems someone might. The number 6 here
he's
is gonna be
number
number
three.
3.
Let's re-roll that, man. They'll give him number 3.
Yeah, he should have been
Now,
6.
Yeah, he should be number 6. It's by 14. There you go.
number 4. Glob's gonna take it. Another very experienced guy in the tournament format, you know, former SCI winner, the first ever SCI winner.
Yep. Glob has told me he's on his hands and knees praying that he hopes he fights Sunwave, that little dosser.
Oh, BB
Maybe
getting the
Oh,
next drawing.
oh man.
number 5 is. Oh, is number 5. Oh, there we go. And then he's
Right
taking.
by 12. Right by
There we
number
go.
12. Yep.
All right. I don't know if Glob realizes that Sunwave's not on here.
Sunwave's not in here.
Oh yeah, I definitely didn't speak for him.
Oh, here we go. This is an important one right
Yep.
here.
Yusuf taking that next spot.
All right, who's the poor
Man.
bastard that's going to be number 11, man?
Yeah. It's gonna
Well, it's
get
not the
very interesting.
11-year-old Habibi. He got lucky.
Ooh, Rely. Gonna take the next one. I
His
mean, you
best
look at
way is to. It's a tough matchup for anyone. His best bet is to just annoy whoever he's facing and just continue his mental warfare.
well, his
It's
grappling has
annoying.
been getting better as well, so we'll see. It's gonna be interesting, and styles make matchups. Adix. This is my dark horse to win it, to be honest.
Adix is very good, man.
He is very good in beating some really good guys in the postseason. He has not been fed no easy fights.
And this will be the last spin that isn't going to be a matchup. So from here
Yep.
on out, it's going to be a matchup.
Yep.
Here we go. So that then this is going to determine who fights. I think, yeah, who
Um.
fights Adix.
Yeah. So Adix is the first opponent in the SCI.
Oh, boy.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
he's not getting done no favors, pimp.
He's not. He's getting the former UC triple champ. I mean, he 2-time MMA champion, 1-time
And
BKB.
Rockin' Roosters champion.
Yep, won the Rockin' Roosters, so he might be honestly the odds-on favorite. He was the Muay Thai champion as well. Now, Adix did beat him in the SFC,
He did.
but it's gonna be, it's gonna be hard to do it again.
Big
Big
guy's
guy.
taking on.
He's taking on Rely.
Oh, shit. I don't hate that, man. I think Big Guy's got a chance on that.
Yeah, if he plays his cards right, and most likely you would think he's gonna come out and try to wrestle in that matchup, but we'll see. Uh-oh.
All right. right, here comes the upset king himself right here.
Yeah, Tommy, man. That's
All
against
right.
Yusuf.
Yep. Oh boy.
Yusuf fighting Tommy. Oh, you switched it there.
Oh, did I? Okay. That's supposed to be Yusuf. Yeah.
Yeah, Yusuf and then
All right.
Tommy above him. That's an interesting matchup right there.
Yeah, because all the takedown attempts and Tommy's got the best knees in the business, man. So, best intercept knees, anyways.
Yeah, he's gonna have to bring him. The former Muay Thai and BKB champion, him off. Man, he's wanted that MMA belt for a long time, so
So badly, right?
this
He
is a
is
good opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
number 12
Number
here.
12, he's fighting Habibi.
Okay.
Oh,
Next,
God.
But hey, Habibi's got skills, man. And if he takes this seriously, he knows who his opponent is. He's got lots of time to prepare. So,
yep.
you get a good game plan, and we've seen Habibi beat Whitey and a couple other very skilled players, man. So he's no joke.
Now this next spin determines who fights Glob.
Honestly, I like all these right here.
It's going to be Sunwave.
Oh man,
Oh,
somebody's gonna
that's
lose an
a
eye in that fight.
yep. Natan taking on Glob in that one. Very skilled opponent is Natan.
He just gets better and better and better, dude. Every time I play the guy, I'm like, Jesus, like I thought you were good last week, now you're twice as good this week.
And he's got such a high ceiling to improve too. And he's already really good, but there's so much he can add to his game and just keep adding to it, man.
Right, he's already such a skilled striker, and he's well rounded. But it's like, man, if he just introduce like if that guy starts subbing people and shit, like what the fuck's everybody gonna do?
Yeah. Once he gets real well rounded, it's gonna be a problem. He is pretty well rounded though.
Yeah, he's introducing a lot more clinching and stuff nowadays. All right, Sandman.
Yeah, this is a dark horse too. That's versus number 6. Oh, that's an interesting fight. Okay.
Yeah, couple
Yeah,
of
known as
relative
Spartan in
newcomers.
SFC.
What was his name in there?
Spartan.
Spartan.
Yeah,
Okay.
Spartan.
Yeah, I've seen him. He fought once, I think, for us, and he seemed like he had some skills. I don't remember his match. I don't remember who he fought, but I remember he won and he looked good.
So now this determines one of the final spots. It's gonna be Leafy
We got a
going down to the number
Pokeball.
15 seed.
Looks dead on like a Pokeball.
He's fighting Job in the number 15.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a very
Lord.
interesting side of the bracket right there. And then that would leave Thugatron as the last guy that's gonna fight Sea God in the first round. Man, this is
That's a good
interesting.
first fight, man. Thugatron versus Seagod. They fought because they fought a few times, I think, in like Muay Thai or something.
Yeah,
I think
this is very
they're probably
interesting, man.
about equal with their ground game and stuff, I would think. So like that's gonna really come down to who can crack whose chin. That's what I'm
Yeah.
predicting.
Our-
So
Yeah, take your screenshots, everyone. Let's take a look. If you guys want to show your brackets out, we can screenshot this too. Let's see what everyone's brackets look like, and then we'll see who got the best one.
yeah,
It's going to be hard, though. Most 16 people are going to pick themselves as the winner.
unless they're just being honest with themselves. Nothing wrong with
It's
that either.
what I find very interesting is all the former title challengers and champions that we have. There's no former challenger fighting a former champion in the first round. No champions fighting each other, no challengers fighting each other. So that's very interesting to me.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yusuf or Tommy fought for the BKB title actually, and Yusuf was the MMA champ. So that might be the only one.
Starza?
Job fought for the belt, I think. All right.
Yeah, he fought. Well, I'm saying he fought for the belt, but he's not fighting a guy that fought for the belt or it was a champion.
Ah,
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Starzo,
I
like
got
he's a
you.
former champion fighting a guy that's never contended for the belt, and
Yeah, Habibi's
him
never
as
fought for nothing, and Natan's
right,
never fought for nothing.
right, and
Hey,
Glob was a
listen, man.
champ.
Sea God's never fought for anything. Thugatron fought for the BKB belt once.
Yeah, it's very interesting brackets.
Skull, who do you got to win this thing?
That's a tough one. Considering the lower side, yeah, this is really tough. It's either going to be between my dark horse pick of Tommy, or it'll be Himeth because I coached him. It's coach's bias, but Tommy has a hell of a path to get to. I foresee the bottom quadrant finals being Tommy and Joe.
I think that's probably a pretty good guess. I'm gonna go dark horse here and pick number 6 to win the whole thing.
I'm kind of thinking the same thing, man. I'm looking at the bracket. I like number 6's chances.
I
I
think
don't. That's
the
seven,
fact
eight,
that
nine.
I think the fact that nobody really knows, nobody's played with them a whole lot, and they're not
Yep.
in a whole lot of tape on him. I think he's gonna have that element of surprise because me and you've played with him a lot, so we know how good he is. And I but I think it's going to be a similar issue to the way Yusuf kind of surprised everybody in that last one. I think number
Yeah.
6 might be able to do the same thing. It's going to be tough, but I think that's what I'm gonna pick.
Yeah. And another guy I think has a really good shot, even though he's got a tough side of the bracket, if you ask me, is Adix. You know, he's beaten Starzo before. He's been in there with him in the SFC. You know, he'll have tough fights going forward, no matter who wins. But I would not be shocked if Adix was able to come out on top of this as well. And of course, your guys like Glob Squad and Starzo and Hemoth and Yusuf, your former champions. I mean, those are got to be some big favorites to win those early fights.
You know what I really like about this is I don't think that the top part is any. I think they're about equally dangerous, like all things
Yeah,
considered, the top and the bottom. Because I'm like, man, the top looks stacked. And I look at the bottom, I'm like, fuck, it's actually pretty stacked too. So I don't know. I don't know how
yeah,
this is all gonna shake out.
yeah. The bottom there, you got Tommy's a former title challenger. Job's fought for the title,
Yusuf was
and
champion.
Yusuf was champion and won the SCI. And then you got your
Realize a fucking killer.
Realize a
Big guy's
killer.
pretty good.
Sandman is he could end up beating number 6 and doing some good work. And then you got 3 former champions up in the top quadrant with Starzo and Hemoth and Glob. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um do you think that this might be Job's chance to shine?
I think it's his chance at redemption. I think if Job gets through this and wins this tournament, I don't see him picking any other guy except for Blessive, in my opinion.
I don't know, man. He should Lickma, so I don't know.
Yeah, Joe's been really interested in BKB lately, so I could see the Lickma thing for him. But
Yeah,
I do personally think that Joe kind of got the raw end of the deal on the Blessive decision, but I mean that's to be expected because Blessive doesn't lose decisions. So, but
yeah,
I
Yeah.
thought personally that Joe won that fight, but I've thought that with a lot of different matches and been wrong. So
yeah. That was a very close, competitive, and back and forth fight with both guys getting hurt and a lot of grappling in that contest. And it would be interesting to see a rematch between them two if Job is able to get done. But like Skull said, I won't be shocked if he did pick Lickma. A lot of people seem to want to do that, but a lot of people say something and then do something else. So
that's very true.
you know,
Yeah, look at yeah,
Habibi said
look
he
at
was gonna
our
fight Ant.
sister. Oh, he's gonna fight it?
Yeah,
Oh Lord.
I
Yes,
think I
Joe.
read that in the Habibi said that in the that he was gonna fight Ant if he wins. I think I saw that in the chat.
that would be hilarious.
I don't know, man. That would be you guys want to see murder?
Hey, yeah, I want to see Ant get murdered by Habibi.
Yeah, absolutely.
But man, that is a crazy bracket, and I will try my best to try to make a cool bracket out of this. This is just kind of like a template for us to look at because the Rockin' Roosters is a very big event, by far the biggest event we do in the postseason.
Big time. And like I said, it's gonna lay the course for how the new season's gonna pan out. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm offering an olive branch to the guy we named it after. If he wants to show up, come show up, man.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
he's been back in the fold, man. He seems interested in playing again.
Yeah, come show up, Pepsi, because
I
there's
was
someone that's
Sorry, I was surprised he didn't sign up. To be honest, I thought he would because this is a big opportunity for him to do whatever he wanted. I think Pepsi could easily walk in. Let's say somebody else wins and they challenge either Lickma or Blessive. I could easily see Pepsi walking in and getting a shot at Ant right away. I would have absolutely no problem
No problem
with
with
getting
that
that
either.
done.
Yeah, people forget how good fucking Pepsi was, man. Like it gets this
Yeah.
Ant's just been ripping people's heads off and shit, but it's like y'all motherfuckers don't be forgetting how good Pepsi is, man.
And that's the dream fight of the Muay Thai division. I mean, that's the biggest fight you could possibly put on is Pepsi versus Ant. I think
Absolutely.
everybody wants to see that. So I have heard that Pepsi actually wants to look at doing BKB, but I'm sure we all want to see him fight Ant really bad.
Yeah, I think people did forget how good he was. It kind of sucks that his legacy is him. Well, that last video flashback of him.
I I think I think part of it is because he sticks to one. He sticks to one dimension, and that's what he's gonna stick with. Uh, I
What
think we would
dimension is
all
that?
love. Well, he would only compete in Muay Thai. For 99% of the fights he did were only in Muay Thai. If he ever, dipped his toes into all the disciplines, I think that's part of the reason why people don't give him as much credit because I think they believe he can get away with his pep step kind of game plans better in Muay Thai than he could maybe in MMA. So it's interesting. I would love to see Pepsi make a big return and challenge in all kinds of divisions. I think that could shake stuff up, and I think he could really cement his legacy as one of the greatest players we've ever had in competition. To be honest.
Yeah, I think a lot of that was just I think he's definitely a better pure striker than he was in MMA because he had a couple of setbacks in MMA against like Hamslinger and Obas and stuff. But I also don't think he committed himself to it fully. You know, I think that's what you're kind of trying to say. Like
Yeah.
he put all in on the striking, but if he was to adapt, put as much concentration into adapting to a complete MMA game, like who knows how good he could be.
Yeah, it would be very interesting, and but with that being said, it's if that's his best realm, you can't blame him either if that's how he wants to run it. But
Nah, for sure.
you have like I would say that a BKB fight between if you were to put Pepsi and Ant, for example, in all three disciplines, I think all three fights would look drastically different just because of the rule set involved. So
Yeah, and honestly, Pepsi he might be even better at BKB realistically because you don't have kicks to even defend the pep step kind of onslaught, you know. So
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, but you know, you always run the risk of getting Dan Henderson spinning back fist knockout or whatever, like this tends to happen in BKB and shit. But you know, he did when he did fight in BKB, I think he won every time. I don't believe he ever even lost a match in BKB. I'd have to go back and check,
yeah.
Yeah,
but
Yeah, definitely a legend of the UD3 scene, man, and someone else could make themselves a legend by winning this tournament, winning a championship in season 4, and that's what this is all about.
yeah, I mean, you guys all saw what Yusuf did, man, and you could hell, it could be Yusuf all over again for him. He's in this, for example, but it could just as easily be you if you know, you just gotta come in with the right strategies and all that kind of shit. So I'm interested as hell to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and then we're gonna be left on the end of that fish hook there, waiting to see what are they gonna choose and when are they gonna choose it, and when does it line up? So the winner of this whole thing, and man. The former champions, I have a feeling that if any of the former champions like Starzo, Himoth Glob, or Yusuf won, I have a hard time seeing them not pick MMA, to be honest.
Right.
For those guys. I could definitely see a guy that hasn't won a championship before go after Lickma. And like we said earlier, man, it's gonna be tough to see anybody choose an Ant. But I think maybe Tommy would. Maybe Relay definitely. I think is probably the biggest bet.
Yeah, I could definitely see him picking eggs. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder.
if
Yeah,
we
I
go down
agree.
the line, man, like most people, I think would challenge Lick. I think Doug would if he wins this. He's like the super dark horse to
Thug
win this.
definitely would.
I think this tournament benefits his style because there's no damage carryover. If there was, I would have said, yeah, this guy's fucked, even if he wins.
Yeah, you could say that about a lot of guys for sure. Leafy
No,
would probably
him in
pick
particular,
BKB as well.
his defense is just taking shots to the face. I love it,
Well,
man, but
he's killer be killed for sure.
But yeah, we've seen historically he's hurt everybody he's ever fought. So that's sometimes you can just get flash. How he could get 2 or 3 lucky flashes in a row, and we're talking some wild shit happening.
Yeah, and I
oh
see
my God, look
Ligma.
who's there. I'm
Ligma
reading
is
the
in the
chat too.
chat.
Lickman's
Ligma
here.
said, very disappointed not to participate in the tournament. I was told I couldn't participate because I was a champion. That's
Does he
right.
want to ask him if he wants to defend his? Does he want to defend his belt if he's available?
I don't want to do that. I don't
Nah, we'll
think.
do
Not in
that. We'll do that another
postseason.
time. It's gonna be too full of a card anyways. It always takes a good
Yeah,
three
I
Yeah.
know.
hours. It takes 3 hours if you do it perfectly to do a 16-man.
Yeah.
For a second there, I thought that was someone trolling him, trolling his Lickma.
No, we're picking out your next victim, Lickma.
Yeah, the winner of this might definitely pick you, Ligma, so
Oh yeah,
stay
Job seems
tuned.
very interested in fighting Lickma, man. I would love to see that if Job wins. Even if
Yeah,
he
that's
even if he
interesting.
doesn't, I think they're gonna cross paths pretty soon.
At some point, yep.
Yeah, if you were in this tournament, Pimp, who you go after?
If I won it,
Yeah,
I want the granddaddy, man. I want the MMA championship, And maybe if there was a champion that was more exciting for me to want to try to win the belt off of, but personally, um, I've faced Ant tons of times in competition, so that doesn't, move me as much as it may have in previous seasons. And Blessev hit that freaking intercept knee on me for that MMA title, dude, on short notice. So if I won it, I definitely would go after Blessev right away.
You notice, Pimp,
No
when
doubt about it.
you don't lose often, but when you do, you lose twice to the same person.
Yeah,
in
no, it's
spectacular fashion.
it's very interesting. Well, the thing is, I lost to Blessev, but it was in the UUC.
Yeah,
I lost to Blessev in the SFC, but I also beat him in the SFC. And
yeah, this is true.
I beat him in the UUC, in previous seasons. I'd beaten him in BKB, I'd beaten him in Muay Thai. But Blessev has really gotten on his game, dude. And I would say one of the most deserving champions that we've had in a minute. And I could see him getting close or potentially even breaking my 5 title defense record in
Yeah,
MMA.
and seeing how aggressive, like how out of character aggressively he fought in that Blood Gods tournament, it's like holy shit, man! Like he was already scary, but like now he's like before he was like really defensively responsible, and dude, he was just going out in there fucking decapitating people at that fucking Blood Gods
Yeah.
tournament.
Well, and I hope he knows from that he can just bring that out at any moment. At any moment he could just go crazy on you and try to get you out of there real fast when you least expect it. And but he also can take you down, submit you, beat you up on the ground, reverse you, butcher your body up. You know what I mean? Very well-rounded player. He really is. But it took him a while to get there. But you see him get there now, and you think back to when he started, and he's completely different fighter now than he was back then.
It is on Sunday, big guy, you dumbass.
Yeah, it's this Sunday. Rockin Roosters this Sunday.
Yeah, this
Eid
Sunday,
Mubarak, my brother.
5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep. This is our typical date and time.
Anybody got anything else? I think we've done all we came to do here.
You got anything, Skull?
Yeah, when we came up with this tournament, I didn't think that it would take the heights that it did. I thought it was just another thing to keep the guys from killing each other in the off season, and obviously that hasn't happened because of some reasons that we don't want to discuss about cloudy days. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm reading the chat. If you knew it was a religious holiday, you probably should have signed up. Okay.
Hey, we got backups.
Yeah, we definitely got backup. So if
It's
big
a
guy
good
and
thing that we did it now too.
yep.
Yeah, Eid is on Sunday, buddy. So Eid Mubarak for Sunday, but yeah.
Yeah, our cards don't pop up on Wednesdays or nothing crazy. Like it's always Thursdays and Sundays. So I mean, if you guys haven't figured that out by now, I don't know what else I can do to make it easier for you. Plus that we always put the time and everything on the cards, and they're always the same. So yeah, you can thank yourself for that.
We do have a few replacements already. Let me go ahead and read just in case this does get switched up.
I'm going to be nice. Let us know by Saturday. If you don't let us know by Saturday, I'm going to assume you're fine.
I say
And if,
let us know as soon as possible, man.
oh, you know what? Yeah, because I thought today's Friday. You know what? Yeah, tell us by at least tomorrow. Yeah, if you don't know by tomorrow, it's a major religious holiday. I mean, you're if you don't know your major religious holidays, holy shit, kid! Don't tell your
But
parents because I know they'll be angry.
if they do pull out, let's say looking at it real quick, if Big Guy and Habibi were to pull out, the two guys that we have signed up as replacements is Big Spliff and Homelander, and those are two bad sons of guns.
Nasty guys. Yep.
And me and Frank would probably do a quick wheel spin just to see like who would fight. It would be one of them would fight him off, and one of them would fight Relay. So that could get very interesting, man. That could shake things up.
Thankfully, I don't control the wheel. I would give whoever I like more relay. You may bring your laptop on Eid. Okay. Okay, let us know by Friday, man.
Which one is Heartbroken 777?
Heartbroken's big guy. Give me one more chance, brother. Is Habibi.
Okay,
I think
gotcha.
Habibi is gonna just say F his religion, just say I'm gonna fight. Yeah, just don't tell your parents about it.
Yeah, just for sure let us know because we don't want to be figuring out 5 minutes before the card that you guys are got religious shit going on.
Yeah, because if you do that, you're gonna be figuring out another league to fight, and I'm not
Right.
handling that shit.
Yeah, it's also
Yeah.
it's not fair to your opponents either because they need to have time to prepare for who they're gonna have.
Yeah, exactly. But one last thing I guess for me is if anyone has any recommendations or fights you would want to see for tomorrow's Flashback Friday, I haven't done it yet, so go ahead and just shoot some fights up in there if that you want to see, and then I'll think about it and I'll look through and we'll see what we get tomorrow. Should be uploaded at I've been doing them at 6 a.m. I think I might keep that time for now.
Yeah, sounds good. I always wake up and check the YouTube channel, so that's always works
That's
for
what I
me
do.
anyways. Yeah.
Well, I got work at 7 a.m., so that's why I've been doing them at 6 so I can see it. But
Right.
some of them have done pretty well. Some of them haven't done as well as the others, but go check those out, please. I know Starzo and Infantries did pretty decent. Flo and Globs did decent. Pepsi and Skull, and then the first one with Corey and myself. But yeah, go give those some loves, man. Comment, like, tell us what you want to see, man. And if you have any other interesting ideas of stuff we should do, because I'd love to hear some stuff. I'm trying to get good at doing some of these videos and whatnot. So
All right.
Yeah,
that's
I
all I
mean,
got.
yeah. I mean, we had hopefully. I think that after this, the season shall start, but we're waiting on a playable build. So just hang on tight, and that's when season 4 will start.
Yeah. So yeah, after this, we're gonna bunker down on. Well, we're bunkering down on it now, but we just got to get some stuff put in and then test it out, and then we're good to go, really. But we're gonna test it out, and then yeah, I guess what we said the start of season 4, that first card, that'll be the release.
Yeah. I'll reveal some guys that made it in. We have post prison Cain Velasquez, and also joining the fray is this is Boards making Naked Overeem.
You're out of this world.
He's
With
got
his horse
the
meat hanging
yeah.
out.
You took the words right out of my mouth, fucker. I was just gonna say that.
Unreal.
All right. So
Well, that's all from me, guys.
yeah, I guess we will see everybody on Sunday. Thanks for hanging out.